Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Montreal Real Estate TV. I'm your host and real estate broker, Alex Moosz, and today we're talking about pricing. So pricing is the most important factor in the sale of your home and the strategy that you use to sell your home. Price is the number one strategic maneuver you can have. There's no greater marketing tool than pricing. There's nothing you can do better than price it correctly, okay? And everything in real estate can be fixed with the price, okay? Now there is not a house on the island of Montreal or in the world for that matter that couldn't sell if it was priced correctly. So pricing is so crucial. And I want to discuss that a little bit because there's a couple of things that come up, when I try to list a property, when all agents try to list a property, which is that the seller always wants to get the most money. I'm a homeowner too, and I want the most money for my house as well. So we have a tendency to want to price it a little bit higher than what it should be, okay? We look at our home through rose-colored glasses very often, and we think it's better than the rest of the world thinks it is. So I want to look at pricing and what the consequences are of overpricing it and how can we fix that. Okay, so by the way, if you are listing your home, if you're planning on listing your home now or in the spring and you want to get a proper evaluation and make sure you are pricing it correctly, please reach out to us. You can reach out to me, Alex Moosz, at alexmoosz.com, or you can call your local realtor, whoever your realtor may be, and ask them to get an evaluation of your property and justify the price and make sure that it's the right price and not the wrong price, okay? So I'll get started here. There's a couple of things I want to discuss. Listing too high. What happens when you list your property too high? So a lot of people say, a lot of home sellers, when I list their property, they say, well, Alex, let's list it high and leave room for negotiations. It sounds logical, right? I mean, I get it. I get why they would want to do that. The problem with leaving too much room for negotiations is that, in the end, people that when the house is priced too high, buyers don't even want to visit it. Okay, so what they'll do is they'll see what's online. They see your house, your neighborhood, number of bedrooms, the general condition online on the web, and they see the price. And there are plenty of houses on the market. So what they're going to do is pick the ones that are the best price from the get-go. So by overpricing, you're not even going to get the right visits. Okay, what I'd like you to ask yourself is, would you rather have a bidding war on your house or have no opportunity to negotiate any offers at all, right? Like when you're listed, and you've I'm sure all sold homes before, you've seen other people try to sell their homes, they're either getting a flock of people right out of the gate and getting into a bidding war where they're in the driver's seat and the buyers are sort of fighting among each other for the property, or the property's sitting there collecting dust, not getting any visits, not getting many visits. There's two ways you can go. So ask yourself, what would you rather have? A bidding war or not have the opportunity to negotiate at all, right? Obviously, like a bidding war. Pricing it correctly is the number one strategy to that. So that's the first thing, is to list it correctly and not take that approach of, well, I'll list it here and leave room for negotiations. That's when you're listing it. Now, you're already listed on the market and you thought you listed it correctly, okay? But you're not getting any, the house is not selling. It's been sitting there for a while. Let me tell you what a while is, first of all. 88 days. On average, on the island of Montreal, okay, so far this year, according to Centris, the Centris statistics, the average single-family dwelling will sell within 88 days, okay? So if you are looking at, it's basically 3 months. If you are on the market more than 3 months, guess what? I don't think I need to tell you the answer. So that's what's average. Now, let's say you're on the market for a little while and you're not getting a lot of activity, okay? You're priced at 300, 400,000. You should be getting several visits a week, right? If you're not, there's a way we can fix it. So I'm going to tell you what that is. And this, realtors, if you don't know this, if you're new to real estate and you're trying to figure out your listings and why it's not selling, let me tell you, it is black and white. The 5 and 10% rule, okay? This will always fix your listing. So if you're a real estate agent out there with a property that's not selling, or if you're a homeowner that's trying to sell and you don't understand why, I hope your agent explains this to you, the 5 and 10% rule. What is that? Okay, if you are getting a lot of visits on your property and no offers, you're 5% overpriced. Okay, so you make a correction of 5% on the asking price, but you're already getting a lot of visits but no offers. A 5% correction, you'll be done. It'll get sold very quickly after that, and for the right price. The 10% rule: if you're getting very few offers or very few visits or no visits at all, you're at least 10% overpriced. 10%. So I imagine you're 400,000 and nobody's visiting. You need to come down to 360. That's what it is. It's a 10% drop, and that's the only reason why you're not getting the activity. I mean, there may be other factors that you could work on, but if you can't change the location, you can't change really the number of bedrooms. You've got your condition, okay, the condition of the property and how easily you're making it available to see. Beyond that, price is really the only factor. So if you're on the market and you're not really getting any visits at all, 10%, okay? Take that approach, the 5 and 10% rule. That is it. That is the ultimate correction of a property that's not listing, okay? So just to circle back, that's pretty much the blog post that I wanted to do today is pricing. It's so crucial. It's really important that you get the right price from the get-go, and if you don't, use the 5 and 10% rule to correct that listing and get it sold and move on to the next. So again, if you guys are looking to sell or looking to buy, give us a call, alexmoss.com, or you can reach me at on my cell phone at 514-929-2221. So if you're looking to sell, reach out to your realtor, or if you're not from my area, if you're from outside of my area, which is pretty much like from Westmount to the West Island, if you're from outside of my area and you want to find a great realtor in your neighborhood, just send us a message on Facebook here, and I'll find an agent in your area, even if it's in another city. I got a lot of friends in other cities I can refer you to that'll get you a proper evaluation of your home and get it listed correctly at the right price and get it sold in under the 3 months. Really a couple of weeks to a month should do it. So that's all. I'll see you guys next week. I'm Alex Moosz, your host and real estate broker, for another episode of Montreal Real Estate TV. See you next week.